What's up, ladies and gents? In today's video, I'll be going over the 4 online tools which I have incorporated into my life to help me stay organized and productive. I will be putting a link to each of them in the description, so please check that out. And just to say, the examples in this video are really just touching on the surface of the functionality that they offer. In most cases, I'm using the free versions, so really if you do choose to pay for the pro versions of these online tools, you will have such a plethora of functionality that you can actually implement into it in using it in your daily life. The good thing is you can really personalize these tools as much as you want. Use the functionalities that work for you, and those that don't work, you don't really have to use. I will show you the basic functionalities of these tools and also how to use them effectively to make your life a little bit more manageable. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the first one up is Asana. Asana is what I would describe as a to-do list on steroids. Ever since I started using it, it has become my central hub for task management. And of course, with a powerful tool like that, there come a multitude of features to spice up your traditional task management environment. Some of my favorites are being able to switch between a list or board view. If you're a visual person like me, that really helps manage your task better. Having separate boards, for example, or projects as they call them, is a very powerful feature for me, as I often manage more than one thing at one time. So for example, I'll use one board for my business, another board for my personal life, and another for any project that I'm working on currently that doesn't relate to any of those two things. Being able to use labels on tasks is also a very powerful feature, as I am, for example, able to assign specific tasks to different clients or different areas within my business. And if you work in a team, you can set tasks to each member, really improving team workflow. And of course, as with any to-do list, you can apply due dates and have subtasks. Being able to attach files or comment on tasks is a useful feature as well. If you want to make notes for yourself or your team members to be able to reference to those notes in the future, it could be things like links or a file that you're working on with your teammates. The other great thing about Asana is the integrations you can actually make with other apps. I personally use the time tracker and Gmail integrations. So the time tracker integration allows me to actually set a timer for each of the tasks. For example, it's useful if you are billing clients or simply want to analyze how long it takes you on a certain group of tasks. With the Gmail integration, it simply cuts out time when organizing your emails, which you actually need to action. So let's say a client sends you an email to amend a certain thing on the design that you're working on for them. You can simply add a task straight from your Gmail rather than actually having to go into Asana, switching windows and typing everything out. It can all be done without even leaving your Gmail inbox. And of course you can do it with any email provider, so it isn't just Gmail. You can do it with Outlook or any other ones that you use. So there is no reason why you should be spending more time switching windows between Gmail, Asana, or any other platform that you're using. Ah, damn it, where is that note? I know I have it somewhere. I wish I could organize myself a little better next time. Have you ever been in that situation? See, I used to constantly use different methods and different apps for managing my ideas and notes. So for example, at one point I'll be using Google Keep, the notes on my phone, I'll be using notepads and all the different post-it notes. And then I decided, do you know what? It's enough. Because if I wanted to look for something, it would take me such a long time and it would be such a pain in the ass. And half of the time, I wouldn't even be able to find the thing I'm looking for. So with the help of OneNote, I was able to centralize all of my notes into one place. So it's no longer at the point where I'm writing things down, but actually half of the things I don't need to write down because I would never be able to access them anyway. Well, now I can actually access everything I write down because it's all categorized and all ordered. OneNote is great because you can have multiple notebooks with multiple sections, group of sections, and pages. It's really great for organizing your notes categorically and easy to add links to external sites, which you obviously wouldn't be able to do with a physical note. So let's say you're doing research for a blog article or an essay that you're doing for university. So any notes that you take, you can easily reference where it came from. And also not to mention that you're able to add pictures, voice notes, or actually even draw. Now, you may be choosing between OneNote or Evernote or any other provider. That really is a matter of preference. I simply use OneNote because I have the annual Microsoft Office subscription, so it makes it a lot easier for me. But most of these providers will actually offer you a very similar feature list. So the next one up is Miro. So this is something I've had for about half a year before I even started using it. And you know what? I really wish I started using it sooner because it's such a powerful tool. The free version functionality is actually crazy. I'm really surprised that you can actually do so much. So if you're a visual person, this tool is actually perfect. I personally have been using this to build out visual ideas around my business and personal life. To call it a tool for mind mapping would really not do it justice because it isn't just that. There are so many functions and so many templates you can use. So I think a better way to put it is it's a visual board. So it's kind of like a whiteboard. It's multifunctional and you can do a lot of things on it. So some of the templates include mind maps, SWOT analyses, tables, to name just a few. All the pre-made templates are really powerful, so you can use them with objects that you can easily adjust and change. If you're very detailed focused as well, this tool is really perfect because you can adjust things using rulers and grids. So kind of think of it as a Photoshop or Illustrator, but not just for editing photos, but actually organizing your ideas and life. And the best thing is, because it's cloud-based, you can actually access it on your phone or anywhere you are in the world, so it doesn't really matter. The free version allows you to create 3 boards, so you really have a lot of room to play with. And there is no time limit for how long you can actually remain on this free plan. As far as I'm aware, there's also no limit to the amount of objects that you can play around with on the boards. So there is no reason why you shouldn't be using this tool. So for file management and storage, I use GoogleDrive and OneDrive. So I don't think I have to spend too much time explaining exactly what these are. Simply, they are cloud-based storage systems. So I actually use both. I use one for my personal stuff and one for my business files. The benefits, of course, are that your phone and laptop are a little less cluttered. So if you're really looking for something specific, it's a lot easier to find because you can do searches, or if you actually know what it relates to, you probably have a folder that you know might probably contain the thing you're looking for, if you're organized. You can also access the files anywhere you are in the world on any device. And it easily syncs with your laptop by using the Google Drive stream or the OneDrive app. So there is no reason to actually go into the browser and then looking for the files because you can have them all on your laptop as well. So I think with this solution, you no longer have to fear about running out of space on your laptop or your phone, or about having about 10 duplicates of the same file. One thing I started doing more, thanks to a suggestion by my friend Adam, is automatically syncing photos on my phone with Google Photos and actually organizing them as I go along so that I don't have duplicates of the same photos and they are all in one centralized space. Though this is still a work in progress because I have about 20,000 photos to go through. I will actually link a very cool video in the description below, which you should totally give a watch if you want to organize your photos a bit more. So on one side, you're recommended not to use the same password twice or more than twice, but on another side, well, you don't want to have to remember all these different passwords that you have. And you certainly don't want to write them down. 1, because it's not very secure, and 2, it's not exactly the most accessible. What if you don't actually have that piece of paper with you when you need the password? Well, LastPass is a very good solution for that. You simply need one master password, make it strong, and you just remember that password. Within LastPass, you have a vault to which you can add any other passwords for any site, any account. If you want to keep some things away from LastPass, absolutely fine, you don't have to add them on there. If you have the LastPass extension in your browser, and that can be Firefox, Chrome, or any other browser, you can easily auto-generate a very unique, very safe password, which then straight away you can add to your vault. So the next time you go to that website, you can simply autofill the login details. account. And of course, you can access it on your mobile as well. Another good function is if you wanted to share a password with someone, you can easily do so without giving them access to be able to view that password. So let's say you want to share your Netflix account with someone, but you don't want them to actually know the password in case they screw you over. You can very easily do that with LastPass. This really saves time and improves security across all your accounts, and it can also save your Netflix account. Thanks for watching this video, and of course leave a comment below if you have any tools that you can't simply live without, or if you know a better way of using the tools that I have listed. Leave a thumbs up if you have actually enjoyed the video. If you haven't fully enjoyed the video, also leave a thumbs up, please. Next week, I'll show you how to use whiteboards and these online tools effectively together, and how to extract all the physical notes you have and actually put them onto the online tools. Peace and love.